All right, wonderful students. Welcome to the Week 3 Daily Starter video on compound sentences. I'm really looking forward to this one. Here we go. In a compound sentence, we take two sentences that could stand on their own and turn them into one sentence. Why should we do this? One reason is that when we are writing paragraphs, it's important to vary our sentence length so that the reader doesn't get bored. If you have sentences of all one length, your reader might tune out and not get your full message. However, if we have some longer sentences, some shorter sentences, it allows for some great variety, and the reader is more likely to listen to what you're trying to tell them. When we studied simple sentences last week, we thought about subjects and predicates. We're going to think about those same concepts when we study compound sentences, and we're going to use the following formula. Subject 1 plus predicate 1 plus a comma plus a coordinating conjunction plus subject 2 plus predicate 2 is going to give us a compound sentence. So what is a coordinating conjunction and what does it do? Let's say you have two ideas and you'd like to express those two ideas in two different sentences, but those two ideas are closely related. You could certainly write those two sentences separately as simple sentences. However, you can use a coordinating conjunction to bridge the gap between those two sentences. When you use a coordinating conjunction, think of it as a bridge. Think of it as a way to get from sentence 1 to sentence 2 and turn those two simple sentences into one excellent compound sentence. So, what coordinating conjunctions can you use to link the two sentences? Students from a few classes mentioned some of these. We have the word for, the word and, the word nor, the word but, the word or, the word yet, and the word so. And the acronym you can use to remember those is the acronym FANBOYS. And I'll list them down on the bottom so that it's easier to read. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Let's write a sentence together, compound sentence together. The easiest way to write a compound sentence is to first think of the two actions or predicates that you'd like to use. So when we're looking at this photo, think about actions that you see and how you might tie two closely related actions together into a compound sentence. I'll write this one, so please write the one that I've written down. The actions I see when I look at this photo, I see runners. I see them running, obviously. I see them feeling tired, but kind of what draws me to this picture is the shoes and the sound that I imagine as the runners are running. So here's my sentence. The athletes looked exhausted, and their shoes hit the pavement with thudding sounds. Write this down, and I'm going to walk through our formula with you. We have subject 1, predicate 1, we have the comma, the conjunction, subject 2, and predicate 2. Before we go on, I want to clear up one misconception about compound sentences. I've read everyone's art appreciation paragraphs, and right now we're misplacing commas or leaving them out. And so I have a technique that I use to help remember that the comma goes before the conjunction. In a compound sentence, we want the comma first and the conjunction second. And the way that I remember that is I know that M comes before N in the alphabet, and I know that the third letter of comma is an M, and the third letter of conjunction is an N. So whenever I'm struggling to remember, does the comma come first or does the conjunction come first? I always think alphabetized list. M comes before N in the alphabet, comma comes before conjunction in a compound sentence. Another way I remember this is I tell myself a story based on our formula. So we have subject, predicate, comma, conjunction, subject, predicate. Here's the story that I've made up for myself. Sam pulled commas. Connie stared poutingly. I think of Sam pulling commas in a little red wagon, and Connie is standing off to the side, pouting and staring sadly. But it helps me remember that commas comes before Connie in the sentence. Sam, or subject one, isn't pulling Connie. Sam, or subject one, is pulling the commas. So the commas come first in this mnemonic device. All right, so pause the video for a second and spend a couple of minutes telling me which way you will choose to remember that comma comes before conjunction. All right, let's write a few together. As you're writing these sentences, please check that we have subject one, predicate one, comma, conjunction, subject two, predicate two. Take a look and think of two predicates, two actions. My suggestion is surfed, and then something to do with waves, maybe splashed or moved. Here's my sentence. The waves crashed into the surfer's back, and he lost his balance. We have subject one, waves. Predicate one, crashed. We have our comma. We have our conjunction. And then we have subject two, he, and predicate two, lost. You can write this sentence down if you'd like, or you can write one of your own. All right, let's write example number 2. Take a look at this photo. This is a photo of water polo. You may have seen it in the Olympics. I'll write a sentence, and feel free to write your own or to copy mine. Go ahead and pause now, and I'll write my sentence, and you either write yours or wait until I write mine. All right, here is my sentence. We have a simple subject, water polo. Predicate is. We have our comma. We have our conjunction. And then we have another subject, Mr. Krasowski, and another predicate, wants. Either copy this down or write your own. We're going to move on to the next example. 2 more examples. All right, for this photo, the subjects are very clear, cats and chickens. Think about what the predicates might be. Pause now and try to write your own, checking for subject, predicate, comma, conjunction, subject, predicate. Here is my sentence. Rachel's pet chickens felt lonely, so Delaney brought her cats over for a play date. We have subject 1, chickens, predicate 1, felt. We have our comma, conjunction. We have subject 2, Delaney, and predicate 2, brought. All right, please write this 4th sample on your own based on the photograph above. Remember, subject, predicate, comma, conjunction, subject, predicate. Please pause now and write. All right, on the next day of school, you will be practicing this concept in your daily starter. I just wanted to show you what it will look like. You'll have a sentence that you need to read. You can look at it on your paper. Watch the raindrops splash against the wall, and he hurried outside to play in the rain. And you'll first check off everything that the sentence has. So for example, we know that the first part of the sentence has a predicate. The predicate is watched, so you'll check that off. The comma is in the correct place. It's in front of the conjunction, and there is a conjunction there. The subject to is the word he, so it is there. And the predicate to is the word hurried. That is there as well. So what we're missing is we're missing subject 1. So that's how you'll work on the daily starter. You'll look at the sentence, you'll check off what is correct, figure out what is not correct, and then in this box you'll explain what you would do to correct the sentence. All right, we're all done. Thanks again for watching. I'm looking forward to reading some of your great compound sentences when we get back to school. Bye.